Okay, so it's been a minute since I last did any kind of masterful content, within reason. So, there is an event currently going on until the 29th of April, which is a dual triangle event, where you can only have dark water monsters, I believe light earth monsters, or fire wind monsters in your deck, and then you just duel. So it's a restriction, but you still get to duel anyways. I thought the event was going to be, okay, so pick one of these three, and then you'll go head to head with other people that picked one of those three as well. As in, since I picked Dark and Water, I will only be fighting duelists that also picked Dark and Water. But no, that's not how it works. I picked Dark and Water, so I'll be fighting anyone who uses anything. Which is kind of bullshit, but whatever. Anyway, the deck I'm taking to it is my upgraded Shark deck. Which is a primarily Xyz focused deck, especially because it also got some neat upgrades pretty recently. So going through the card by card, 3 copies of Yugioh. It's one of the very few dark hand traps, I think, in the game. Granted, I'm not familiar with hand traps as much as I should be, but this is the one I have at 3, so I will be using this one at 3. One of the main starting cards, Beautiful Princess. When this card is normal or special summon, you can banish this card. Special summon a level 4 or lower fish monster from your deck except itself. You can only use this effect of Beautiful Princess once per turn. So if this is your only starting card, you summon it, and then typically you want to special summon Buzzsaw Shark, which is your main starting card. I'm playing a single copy of Xyz Remora. You can special summon this card from your hand by detaching 2 materials from monsters you control. When summoned this way, you can target 2 level 4 fish monsters in your grave, special summon those targets in defense position. Their effects are negated. They cannot attack or change their battle positions, and cannot be used as material for an Xyz monster or for an Xyz summon, except for the Xyz summon of a water monster, and we are primarily playing water Xyz. Another good starting card, but I might drop him down by 2 when I get more servicing big draws, is Lantern Shark. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can special summon a level 3, 4, or 5 water from your hand in defense position except itself. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except Xyz monsters. You can only use this effect of Lantern Shark once per turn. And if this card is used for the Xyz summon of a water monster, it can be treated as a level 3 or 5 monster. One of, if not the best starting cards in the deck, Buzzsaw Shark. You can target a water monster you control, he can target himself. Special summon from your deck in defense position, 1 fish monster with the same level as that monster, but with a different name. And if you do, it cannot activate its effects this turn. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except Xyz monsters. You can only use this effect once per turn. If this card is used for the Xyz summon of a water monster, it can be treated as a level 3 or 5 monster. If memory serves, I believe, so long as the card that you special summon is on the field, it cannot activate its effects, but when you reborn that monster, it can. Because typically what you want to do is double Xyz Remora and somehow get this card back, and with Xyz Remora, you can special summon it to your field. I am playing Silent Sea Needle as a 3-of now, instead of Lifeless Fish. If you control a water monster, and specifically Shathana as well. This is a much better card than Shathana. Because if you control a water monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You cannot special summon monsters except water monsters the turn you activate this effect. And then you can banish this card from your grave and target up to 3 water monsters in your grave, shovel them into the deck, including your Xyz monsters. I am playing 1 Servicing Big Draws for now, because I only have the 1. If this card is used for the Xyz summon of a water monster, it can be treated as a level 3 or 5. You can only use each of the following effects of Servicing Big Draws once per turn. During your main phase, if a spell card was activated this turn, you can special summon this card from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except Xyz. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add a fish shark monster from your deck to your hand. And you're typically adding your 1 of, possibly 2, of Drake Shark. A Shark Drake Xyz monster that has this card as material against this effect. Once per turn, you can detach 2 materials from this card, then target a spell or trap on the field, attach it to this card as material. You can only use each of the following effects of Drake Shark once per turn. If this card is added to your hand except by drawing it, you can special summon this card. And then, this card can be treated as 2 materials for the Xyz summon of a water Xyz monster that requires 3 or more materials, which is typically going to be your Shark Drake. I am playing 2 copies of Abyss Shark. I might bump him up to 3, I don't know. If this card is used for the Xyz summon of a normal monster, it can be treated as a level 3 or 4 monster. If all monsters you control are water, minimum 1, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, you can add a level 3, 4, or 5 fish monster from the deck to your hand, which could also include Drake Shark, which is pretty neat. Except himself. For the rest of this turn, you can special summon monsters except water monsters, also double the first battle damage inflicted to your opponent this turn by your number monster battling another monster. I am playing 1 Crystal Shark now. If this card is used for the Exceed summon of a number, it can be treated as a level 3 or 4. If this card is in your hand or grave, target a water on the field, special summon this card, but banish this card when it leaves the field. If you do, have that monster's attack. Also, you can special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except Exceeds. And then you can only use this effect once per turn. I am playing 1 Gamma Seal, the Sea Turtle Kaiju. You don't need to worry about its effects, just that I contribute a monster from my opponent's side of the field, and special summon this card to my opponent's side of the field. I'm still playing 3 Salvage. Target 2 water monsters with 1500 or less attack in your grave. Add those targets to your hand. I'm playing 3 White Mirror. I might drop this down to none. But target a level 4 lower fish in your grave, special summon it, then you can add 1 monster from your deck to your hand with the same original name as that special summon monster. You can only activate White Mirror once per turn. 3 copies of Small World, which is a very good searcher. Reveal a monster in your hand. Choose 1 monster from your deck that has exactly one of the same type, attribute, level, attack, or defense, and banish the revealed monster from your hand face down. Then add from the deck to your hand 1 monster that has exactly one of the same type, attribute, level, attack, or defense as the monster chosen from your deck, and banish the card chosen from the deck face down. You can only activate Small World once per turn. 7th Ascension. Take a card from your deck, either a Variant Spell Trap, a Rank Up Magic Quick Play spell, or a 7th Spell Trap except itself, and either add it to your hand or place it on top of your deck. If your opponent controls a monster special summon from the extra deck, you can banish this card from your grave and send a Rank Up Magic spell from your hand to the grave. We don't care about that effect, because we are playing no Rank Ups, though I might. 1 copy of Armored Xyz. Target a face-up monster you control and Xyz monster in your grave. Equip that monster from your grave to that monster on the field as an equip spell with these effects. Change the equipped monster's attack to this card's attack. The equipped monster gains this card's attribute. At the end of the damage step of the equipped monster attack, you can send this card to the grave. That attacking monster can make a 2nd attack in a row. And that 3rd effect is the most important one. I'm currently only playing 1 7th Tachyon, because I only have 1 7th Tachyon, or Tachyon. Reveal a number Xyz monster in your extra deck that has a number between 101 and 107 on an arc. And add 1 monster from your deck to your hand with the same type or attribute as that monster and the same level as that monster's rank. Then place 1 card from your hand on top of the deck. Also, for the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you can special summon from the extra deck except Xyz. You can only activate 7th Tachyon once per turn. I'm playing 1 of the best cards in all of Yu-Gi-Oh!, and it should be off the limited list. Called by the Grave. Target a monster in your opponent's graveyard, banish it, and if you do, until the end of the next turn, its effects are negated, as well as the activated effects and effects on the field of monsters with the same original name. 2 Infinite Impermanence, because I only have the 2. Target a face-up monster your opponent controls, negate its effects until the end of this turn. Then, if this card was set before activation is on the field at resolution for the rest of this turn, all other spell trap effects in this column are negated. And then, if you control no cards, you can activate this card from your hand. I am then playing 1 full Armored Xyz, which is typically your going first turn play. If an Xyz monster is on the field, immediately after this effect resolves, Xyz summon 1 Xyz monster using monsters you control. You can banish this card from your grave, then target an Xyz you control, equip 1 other Xyz monster from your face-up field or graveyard to that monster and its equipped spell with the following effects. The equipped monster gains attack equal to this card's attack, and then if the equipped monster will be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy this card instead. So for the extra deck, for now, I'm playing 1 Xyz Armored Torpedo. We don't really care about its effects. It only serves a purpose to summon Xyz Armor Fortress, which, once per turn, you can also Xyz summon this card by using a rank 3 or 4 Xyz monster you control, transfer its materials to this card. Cannot be used as material for an Xyz summon while it has material, which is fucking bullshit. Once per turn, you can detach up to 2 materials from this card. Add an Armored Xyz cards with different names from your deck to your hand equal to the number detached. And then if a monster equipped with this card battles a monster, any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent is doubled. I am playing number 32, Shark Drake, 3 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, when this attacking card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sits at the grave, you can detach a material from this card, special summon the destroyed monster to your opponent's field and attack, but it loses 1,000 attack, and if you do, this card can make a 2nd attack during this battle phase. I am playing the best card in the Shark deck, because he is the main starter, Bahamut Shark. 2 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach a material from this card, special summon a 1 rank 3 or lower water exceeds from your extra deck. This card cannot attack for the rest of this turn. Pretty balanced card. I am playing the King, number 101, Silent Honor Arc. 2 level 4 monsters. You can detach 2 materials from this card, then target a special summon monster your opponent controls in face-up attack position, attach it to this card as material. You can only use this effect once per turn. If this face-up card on the field would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can detach a material from this card instead. I am currently playing number 37, Hope Woven Dragon, Spider, Shark. Requires 2 level 4 monsters. When any player's monster declares an attack, you can detach a material from this card. All monsters your opponent currently controls lose an attack until the end of this turn. And then when this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the grave, you can target one other monster in your grave, special summon it. You can only use each effect of this card once per turn. I am currently playing number 4 Stealth Kraken, which also requires 2 level 4 monsters, 4 water monsters. Once per turn during the main phase, quick effect. You can destroy a water monster your opponent controls, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the attack it had on the field. And then, if this exceeds summon card is destroyed, you can special summon Stealth Kraken spawns from your extra deck up to the number of materials this card had. Then you can attach up to 1 water monster from your graveyard to each of the special summon monsters. There's only enough space to play 1 of the spawn. You can hard make this thing by using 2 level 4 water monsters, though. Once per turn during the main phase, quick effect, you can destroy a water monster your opponent controls. And then, if this card, special summoned by the effect of a number exceeds monster, is destroyed, you can special summon other Stealth Kraken monsters from your graveyard up to the number of materials this card had. Then you can attach up to 1 material from your graveyard to each of those special summon monsters as material. I am playing Full Armored Utopic Raid Lancer, which requires 3 level 4 monsters. However, once per turn, you can also exceed summon Full Armored Utopic Raid Lancer by discarding a spell / trap and using a rank 4 or lower exceeds monster you control. So we place him on top of Bahamut Shark, so we can get another attack. Transfer its materials to this card. Monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack. And then at the start of the battle phase, you can negate the effects of all attack position monsters your opponent currently controls. When this attacking card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can detach a material from this card. It can make a second attack in a row. We are obviously playing number C101, Silent Honor Dark. 3 level 5 monsters, or you can rank up with it. Once per turn, you can target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls, attach it to this card as material. When this card is destroyed and sent to the grave while it has material, you can special summon this card from your grave, then gain life points equal to the original attack of this card. Number 101, Silent Honor Arc, must be in your grave to activate and to resolve this effect. If this card is special summoned this way, it cannot attack for the rest of this turn. I am also playing Nash Knight, which requires 2 level 5 monsters, and it cannot be destroyed by battle while a number of monsters on the field. During the main phase, quick effect, you can detach 2 materials from this card, attach a number exceeds monster from your extra deck to this card as material that has a number between 101 and 107 in its name. Then you can attach 1 other face-up monster on the field to this card as material. This is typically your going second card, or your going first card if you have enough materials. We are obviously playing C's Nash Knight as well. You can also exceed some of this card by using Nash Knight. You control transfer its materials to this card. Cannot be destroyed by card effects. You can detach 1 material from this card, special summon from your extra deck 1 number exceeds that has a number between 101 and 107 in its name, using this face-up card you control as material, but destroy it during your opponent's next end phase. This is treated as an exceed summon, transfer its materials to the summoned monster, and you can only use this effect of Nash Knight once per turn. I am playing a single copy of Full Armored Crystal Zero Lancer for now. It requires 3 level 6 water monsters, or you can also exceed summon this card by using a rank 5 water exceeds monster you control, transfer the materials to this card. It then gains 500 attack for each material attached to it, and then if this card on the field will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can detach a material from this card instead. And then once per turn, you can detach a material from this card to get the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls until the end of this turn. I am playing the main boss monster of the deck, Full Armored Dark Knight Lancer. Once per turn, you can also exceed summon this card by using a rank 5 or 6 exceeds monster you control, transfer its materials to this card, and then gains 300 attack for each material and equip card it has. Once per turn, you can target an exceeds card in your grave, add it to your hand, so exceeds Remora. And then once per turn, if an equip card becomes equipped to a monster you control except during the damage step, you can attach 1 monster your opponent controls to this card as material. And then finally, the new Chaos number 32, Shark Drake Levias. You can also exceed summon this card by discarding a spell and using a rank 4 Shark Drake exceeds you control as material. Once per turn, quick effect, you can detach a material from this card, then target an effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effects, and if you do, its attack and defense becomes 0. This card can make a second attack during each battle phase, also if it attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. And that is it for the deck in its entirety. Obviously, I would like to play 3 Surfacing Big Jaws. I could probably do 2 Drake Shark instead. I deconstructed one because I personally thought I didn't need it, but I may have been too soon in that. 7th Tachyon could potentially be a 3 of if I don't open 7th Ascension. I could definitely use a rank up card as well. And also a Searcher card for that rank up card. Excuse me, possibly. I don't know. And obviously, I also want to play, what was it name? It's the new Exceeds monster from the set. Yeah, the Virtue Dragon. I would like to play this card as well as Virtue Stream. It requires 2 level 3 monsters. If this card is special summoned, you can add a Virtue Stream from your deck to your hand. You can activate one of these effects, detach a material from a monster you control, then add a fish, sea serpent, or aqua from your graveyard to your hand, except itself. Or target 2 Exceeds monsters on the field, attach one material from one of those monsters to the other. So typically, this is the card you're going to special summon with Bahamut Shark, and then you're going to activate its first effect to add a fish, sea serpent, or aqua from your graveyard to your hand. So Foolish Burial would also be a really good card for that then, too. But yeah, that is the current iteration of my Shark Exceeds deck. I love it a lot. Yeah, this is my current iteration of my Shark deck, or Shark Exceeds deck, and I love it, I do. I might go to Dueling Book and test on Ignis Pro for all the combos that I ever need to do. Just to make the full definitive, this is the list I want to use forever kind of list. So, yeah. And with all of the cards out of the way, let's go on to the duels.